Hello, Rajesh. Hello, Rajesh.
Hello, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you turn on your camera?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rajesh. You have applied for a front-end developer role. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we will start with your introduction first, then later on technical, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Okay.
Okay.
So introduce yourself.
Myself, Sutare Rajesh. I have experience of 2 years, and among that 2 years, 1.5 year is worked on as a front-end developer, and from last 6 months, I am working as a Angular developer. Basically, my educational background belongs to the engineering, that is production engineering, and that production engineering I had completed from Sri Guru Gobind Singh College of Engineering from Nanded in 2017. That's it.
Okay. So why did you change your stream from production engineering to IT industry?
Uh, so earlier when I was in the production engineering in BTech, at that time the lots of my friends belongs to the IT background, and after that my education means after BTech, I have joined for a lecturer, and while doing lectureship, I got chance to change my stream because I was interested to change my branch. Means sorry, to change my skills, and I have interest from beginning, so that I decided and I started to learn new things that is belongs to the IT field.
Okay. So Rajesh, you said you have 2 years of experience. So
Yes,
can
sir.
you tell me detail about your some of projects you have worked on?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have worked as a front-end developer. In front-end developer, I had made some UIs, and that UIs are uh, basically useful for the users. Yes.
Okay. So can you tell me your strengths and weaknesses?
Yes, sir. Surely. Sir, my strengths are I am a hardworking person, and I am a quick learner, and uh, as I told, I am a quick learner. I learn new things quickly, so that I can tell as my strength. And while telling about my weakness is like when I am trying to explain a new thing or explain something, I'll take time so that the other person or the listener uh, get understood completely. So that I think uh, during that time, the time will get more between us.
And Rajesh, what are your hobbies?
Yes, sir. My hobbies are to read books, sir. Likely, currently I read the book that is Chanakya Nidhi, and that book was very helpful to me to improve my skills like thinking and behavior.
In which year did you complete your engineering?
So I completed in 2017.
2017. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So Rajesh, tell me what is the difference between HTML and HTML, latest version of HTML?
Okay. Basically, HTML is a basic version, and the HTML5 is the advanced version of HTML. The HTML is used as a backbone of structuring the website and web pages. The HTML, as it said, it is the older version. In that older version, the doc type declaration is very lengthy, but in HTML5, that doc type declaration is very short. In HTML5, we have different types of semantic tags that was absent in the HTML. Again, in HTML, that audio means multimedia was difficult to handle, but in HTML5, that was made to handle multimedia and it get easy to handle it.
And what is semantic tag?
The semantic tags are the tags that are included in the HTML5, and that tags are useful to improve the search engine optimization. The tags includes the header tag, footer tag, articles, names. That types are semantic tags.
So semantic tags was not present in HTML, previous version of HTML. So at that place, what we were used?
For search engine optimization.
Yes.
So basically, for search engine optimization, we use the coding in sequential manner. Means like if we trying to means if you trying to find out the error, that first error we got, that is the uh, alphabetical order. Okay, means if we are trying to arrange the tags, that tag should be in sequential manner.
And what is the difference between website and web application?
Basically, websites includes websites are useful for the desktop, as well as the web applications are also useful for the uh, desktop, as well as the or mobile apps. Means on mobile we can use uh, websites, or we can use the both mobile. Sorry, we can use both mobile applications as well as the websites.
Okay. What are the list we have in HTML?
We have ordered list and unordered list.
Okay. Suppose we want a list with Roman numbers, then how can we achieve it?
We can use ordered list, and in that ordered list we can use type Roman type.
Okay. And what is box sizing?
So basically, box sizing is a that includes the total width and height of the components. The box sizing include four parameters, and that is the content, then padding, then border, and margin. The content is basically made up of HTML elements. Then padding is the difference between the border and the content. The padding is transparent. Then border is a means it is a visible part. It is not transparent, and it is the difference between the padding and the margin. The next one is margin. Margin is the space outside the border, and the margin is transparent.
And what is box model then? Is there any difference between box sizing and box model?
Yes, sir. Totally. So, box sizing has a two properties. That is box sizing content box and box sizing border box. The box sizing content box is a by default property. Uh, while using the by default property, the total width and height get included in the HTML element. That is the content box, and we can means when we are using the content box, the uh, width and height of the content looks or appears to be bigger as we specify. And in border box properties, we change it to the means content box property. We change to the border box property, so that in border box property we can apply the padding and margin to the content. And while using the border box property, we can change the padding and margin of HTML element.
What is attribute?
Mm, Attribute in attribute is a in HTML. Attribute gives the information to the browser.
Can you name few your attributes?
Yes, sir. We use in anchor tag href. Href is the attribute. In href, we can specify the path of file, or we can specify the link of any site or link of something. And the other means we use the target. Target is also attribute. Again, we use title. Title is the attribute.
Okay. What is target attribute?
Uh, Basically, target attribute we use when we insert image in HTML, and while using the target uh, means if we want to change from means sorry, just a moment. Sorry, sir.
Do we use target in image tag or anchor tag?
Uh, I think we use in anchor tag.
And why the anchor tag is used for?
The anchor tag is used to insert the link in HTML.
To redirect from one page to another page. Right?
Yes, for that we use the attribute like target, that is blank, or we underscore blank or underscore main.
Okay. What is difference between inline element and block level element?
Uh, Inline element always start from the same line. The inline element takes width equals to its content. Again, while using, there are some examples of inline element, that is anchor tag is a inline element. Then the span is a inline element. And then in inline element, we cannot apply the uh, width and height to the elements, or we cannot apply the top and bottom margin to the inline element. In block level element, the it always start from the new line. Again, it has some examples like we have paragraph, then articles, mains, or HR tag. So these are the examples of the block level element, and the block level element takes width equals to its parent, means 100% of its parent. Yes.
Suppose we want to apply a top and bottom margin to the inline element, then how can we achieve?
Uh, we use the inline block property, display inline block.
Okay. What are the positions do we have in HTML?
So there are five types of positions we have in HTML. The first one is a static position, that is by default position of HTML tag for positioning. The next one is the relative position, then absolute position, then fixed position, and the sticky position.
Can you share your screen and give me one example of relative and
Yes,
absolute?
sir. Yes, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, it is.
So we have two boxes. The box one, the box two is inside of box one. Then yes, okay.
Okay, good. What is float property?
So
Can,
float
can
is
stop
a
your
special.
can stop your
Yes, sir.
you can stop your sharing screen.
Okay, sir.
And what is float?
So basically, float is a CSS property that is we use to it's used for structuring the or we can position the HTML elements. We have float. We have different float properties. That is float. Float none is by default property. When float left, when we use float left, means when we want particular element to the left, we use float property, and then next one is a float right property. While using the float property, suppose element next to the floating element, at that time the it creates the float effect. That float effect we can eliminate by using the both clear property.
And what is CSS?
CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. It is used for the it used to give the look and feel to the websites.
And what is the difference between CSS and CSS3?
Basically, CSS is a older version and CSS3 is a advanced version of CSS. In CSS, there was no media queries, but in CSS3, there are media queries. In CSS, there was only basic sets of colors for applying to the HTML elements. But in CSS3, there are different options to apply the different set of color, like hex color code or RGBA or the HSL, that is hue saturation light. Again, in CSS, we can means in CSS there is less flexibility for the CSS properties, but in CSS3 there is more flexibility like background, then box shadows, and again outlines. etc.
What are the selectors we have in CSS?
Basically, there are 3 to 4 types of selectors. The first one is the tag or type selector. Second one is combinator selector. Third one is attribute selector. And fourth one is pseudo selectors.
And what is the difference between nth child and nth of type?
Uh, Basically, while using yen style, we can apply CSS to particular number of that child. Means, suppose there is, I can explain its example. Let's
Yes,
consider
please. Yes, you can share your screen.
there is a, yes, sir. Okay. Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
There is. So while we using the n style, we I here use the number two to the parent to paragraph. Means I want to apply the red color to the second child of that info, so that I use here n child.
So Rajesh, tell me what is JavaScript?
Yes, sir. Sir, here remain is end of child.
You can stop your screen.
Yes.
What is JavaScript?
So JavaScript is a programming language. It is useful for the web pages. By using the JavaScript, we can use the logic or functionality to the websites.
What are the data types we have in JavaScript?
Now, basically, there are two main types of data types that includes the primitive data types and non-primitive data types. The primitive data types are non-object and it holds the values. And there are different types of primitive data types that include the string, number, boolean, undefined, boolean, and the none. In non-primitive data types, the non-primitive data types are object. It holds the references, and there are three types. That is, it includes the array function. It includes the array function, and one more there is
Okay. What is string? Rajesh?
uh, basically string is a type of non-primitive data types. While using string, everything in the
String, it is a non-primitive or primitive.
it is a primitive data types. It is a primitive data types. The string in that while using string, with everything in the single or double quote, the character between that is considered as string.
And what is array?
Uh, Basically, array holds the different types of values or multiple values, and that array uh, uh, is in between of a square bracket.
And what are the functions? What is function?
So basically, function is a relationship between input and output, and it is a block of code that is used in JavaScript to get the repeated value.
What is first class function?
The first class function is a function that contains or takes the variables
Which is stored in a variable.
stored in the variable. Yes.
Okay. And what is callback function?
Callback function is a function. It takes the uh, another function as an argument.
Okay. Can you share your screen? You go to JS and take one string.
Strings of
Yes. I love JavaScript and I love Angular. Okay. Now I want the index number of second law. How can we achieve?
second law. Okay, sir. We can use the method index of. Firstly, here we get the index of first law. Let's see. Here we get the value of first law, and if we want to take the second value, we add that index number plus one. Means like I'll take another variable. Here we get the result.
Now I want to know that Angular is present in the string. Then how can I?
We can use file.
Okay.
Let's or we can use the filter method. We can also use. So here we want Angular, or we want to check that Angular is present or not.
Yes, I want to check if the word is present Angular in the string, it should return a true or it should return false if not present.
Here we can, I can try, sir. Can I?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, sir.
Okay, right. There is a method includes.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So what are array methods we have?
Array methods.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Uh, we can that means concat is a array method. Again, uh, just trying to recall. Now there is a index of concat.
Okay. Do you know slice method?
Yes, sir. I know it.
So can you tell me the difference between slice, substring, and substr method?
Yes, sir. These are the method of string extraction. While using the slice, uh, we can pass the negative arguments as well as the positive, and that values of arguments should be that index number. Means we can pass the negative index number also. And if we want to cut the, or we can, if we want to slice some part of string, we can use the substring. And here, the uh, here two values are not important. Means first value is important. And in substr, while using substr, we cannot pass the negative arguments or negative index number, and other is the same function. And the substr is now absolute, that is not widely used. That is the same function of both of you. Means that we also use that substr to slice some particular part of string.
What is coercion?
Quotient means it's changing the one data type into another data types. That is the quotient.
Okay. Take one variable. Let
So
x equals to let x equals to 10.
let x equals to 10.
Let y equals to true.
True or two.
True.
Okay. True.
And let z equals to in string take 10.
In string 10.
Now take let
Let
j equals to
j equals
10.
to 10 as a number.
Now console x plus y plus z
Console x plus y plus z
plus j.
plus j.
Now tell me what will be the output.
11, 10, 10.
Okay.
Yes,
Check it.
11, 10, 10.
Now at the place of true, write undefined. Now what will be the output?
I think it would be 10, 10, 10.
Check it.
Not only.
What is hoisting?
Uh, all the declaration except their values are get shifted to the top of the scope. That is called the hosting.
And what is scope?
Scope is the availability and accessibility of declaration and their values.
What are the types of scope?
Types of
Scope they have.
scope. We have local scope, global scope, and the function scope. The local and global scope was earlier before ES6, and after ES6, that function or block scope included.
Rajesh, I have sent you a array in chat. Copy that in chat, not here. Now I want a name of June. F name. F name June.
Mention. Yes, sir.
Yes. How to print? Print it in a console.
Sure, sir.
What is the difference between let, const, and var?
Uh, Variable is where creates the global scope. The let and const does not create the global scope. The redeclaration and reassignment is possible in var, while in let redeclaration is not possible, but the reassignment is possible during their scope. And in the const, there is a means we cannot redeclare or reassign the values. While in var, uh, hosting is possible and we can get the values. In let and const, hosting is also possible, but we cannot get the values. Means uh, we have to declare the declaration as soon as uh, its value get declared.
What is higher order function?
Higher order function is a function which accepts the another function as a argument.
Okay. What is the difference between filter method and find method?
Basically, filter method is used to find particular types of the object, and the find method is also used to find the particular type of objects.
Filter method use object or array.
In filter method, we can find the particular types of objects.
I have shared another array in chat. Copy.
Yes.
Uncomment and cut.
Yes, sir.
Now I want a array of a company whose category is finance. Can you use any higher order function?
So it is the filter. We have to use only higher order functions. Okay, sir.
Yes.
sorry, sir.
Can you print the even numbers from 50 to 100
Yes,
in
sir.
console?
50 to 100,
Ah, yes.
even number.
Yes. Okay. Take one array of edges. 10, 20, 30, 40.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes. Remove the last comma. Now I want a new array in which all the edges must be double.
All the ages of.
Double edges.
Okay, sir.
Can you use any higher order function for this?
I think we use the square, I think, square or double.
Can you use a map method on it? Map.
Map method. Okay, sir.
Okay, Rajesh.
Also,
Can you write a program to find a number is prime or not?
the prime or not.
Yes.
From what is the range?
I want a program to check whether the number is prime or not. Can you write a function for this?
Means for uh, I don't need to find the prime number.
Yes.
So while using for loop, we can use the values of module. Means we use the module that is not equals to means can I write sir? Can I type program?
You can try.
Yes. So likewise, this we can get the prime number.
Okay.
The numbers that only divisible by itself and one.
Okay. Thank you, Rajesh. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay. You can leave.